It's the best-selling Christmas albums of the 1960s. I'm John Beaudin, and this is Nail Sheet. 1961, holiday sing-along with Mitch Miller and the Gang. After having the best-selling Christmas album for 3 consecutive years, 1958 to 1960, Mitch Miller and the Gang returned with a best-selling record in 1961, this time with Holiday Sing-Along with Mitch. His second holiday album is just as enjoyable as the first, only of course with different songs. The holiday album featured favorites like Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The 12 Days of Christmas, and traditional carols like Deck the Halls and Auld Lang Syne. 1962, Merry Christmas by Johnny Mathis. It was the first Christmas album by pop singer Johnny Mathis and was originally released by Columbia Records in 1958. The album features a mix of traditional Christmas carols such as Silent Night and Oh Holy Night, as well as The First Noel, and holiday hits like Sleigh Ride, The Christmas Song, White Christmas, and Silver Bells. The Christmas album classic featured Percy Faith and his orchestra and is produced by Mitch Miller and Al Hamm. The project also debuted on Billboard magazine's list of the 25 best-selling pop LPs in the U.S. on December 15, 1958. And got as high as number 3 during its initial 4-week run. It made additional appearances there each holiday season from 1959 to 1962. In 2013, the album ranked as one of the top-selling Christmas albums of all time, with 5 million copies sold. 1963 and 1964, the Andy Williams Christmas album. It was the first holiday album released by Andy Williams, and his 12th studio album overall. Released by Columbia Records in 1963, the LP became the best-selling Christmas album of that year and would prove to be the first of 8 holiday albums released by Williams. While the LP is known for introducing Williams' perennial holiday classic, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Columbia instead opted to release Williams' cover of White Christmas as the album's promotional single at the time. The Andy Williams Christmas album became the best-selling for the second consecutive year when it spent 3 weeks as the number 1 selling Christmas album during the holiday season in 1964. 1965, The Little Drummer Boy, a Christmas festival by the Harry Simeon Choral. It was the best-selling Christmas album for 1965. Led by arranger, conductor, and composer Harry Simeon, the glorious voices of the choir came together on the traditional hymns and carols. Angels We Have Heard on High, Away in the Manger, What Child Is This, Joy to the World, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, and Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And of course, their signature song which gets played every single year, The Little Drummer Boy. The album also featured the spiritual Go Tell It on the Mountain and the German Christmas carol Lo How a Rose Ear Blooming. 1966, Merry Christmas by Andy Williams. It was his second Christmas album and originally released in 1965, his 17th studio solo album. Unlike his first holiday release, the Andy Williams Christmas album in 1963, which included 6 traditional hymns and carols, this seasonal LP focused exclusively on 20th century compositions like Sleigh Ride, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Winter Wonderland, and Silver Bells. The album charted on Billboard magazine's special year-end weekly Christmas album sales chart for 6 consecutive holiday seasons from 65 through 1970. And the LP spent 2 weeks as the number 1 selling Christmas LP during the holiday season of 1966 and 1 week atop that chart in 1969. 1967, a Christmas album by Barbra Streisand. It was her first Christmas LP and her 10th studio album overall. And it became the top-selling Christmas album of 1967. It's also one of Streisand's best-selling LPs, and it's ranked as one of the best-selling Christmas projects of all time. It featured many holiday classics, including Jingle Bells, The Christmas Song, White Christmas, Oh Little Town of Bethlehem, and a version of Rodgers and Hammerstein's My Favorite Things. A Christmas album spent all 5 weeks on the Billboard magazine's special year and weekly Christmas albums chart at number 1, making it the best-selling holiday album of 1967. During the sessions for the project in 1966, Streisand also recorded an alternate English language version of Ave Maria, which remained unreleased until 2005, when it was licensed to Starbucks for a Christmas compilation CD called Baby It's Cold Outside. 1968, That Christmas Feeling by Glen Campbell. It was his 11th studio album and first Christmas album. released in 1968 by Capitol Records. Produced and arranged and conducted by Al DeLory, who produced all of Campbell's early hits. The album includes traditional holiday favorites like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Blue Christmas, The Christmas Song, and I'll Be Home for Christmas, and originals like Roger Miller's Old Toy Trains and Willie Nelson's Pretty Paper. Though the album has never formally been reissued on CD in the United States, it was made available by Capitol Records Nashville in 2010 as a digital download with the original cover art and 2 bonus tracks, The Night Before Christmas and Silent Night. 1969 Jim Nabors' Christmas album. The LP featured the wonderful vocal baritone of the actor and singer on traditional hymns and carols like O Come All Ye Faithful, Silent Night, O Holy Night, and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Originally recorded and released by Columbia Records in 1967, the album became a bestseller for the year 1969, and it featured favorites like Do You Hear What I Hear, Jingle Bells, White Christmas, Sleigh Ride, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. For other top Christmas countdowns of other years, check out the description of this video. We have a few more from our other channels as well. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. Happy holidays. I'm John Beaudin from Nail Sheet.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish